tube. Yeah, I can imagine you're all sat there thinking, no, that's not a Red Sea Reefer 250, and you'd be spot on as well. This is what the Red Sea Reefer 250 is going to be replacing. This is a bit of a bodge job. It's a Fluval Roman 90, which was gifted to me. Prior to this, I had a smaller Aqua 1 tank, but I wasn't happy with how that tank was progressing. It was sold to me as an amateur, somebody who kept tropicals for quite some time, but took the dip into marine, and really the tank was kind of too small, if such a thing, for certainly for somebody getting involved in marine for the first time. It was subject to fairly rapid shifts of water quality, and in the end the tank crashed on me. Nearly put me off the hobby, but you know, it didn't. I'm still here. I was gifted this Fluval Roman 90, which is, if you know fish tanks at all, aquariums, you'll know that this isn't actually a marine tank. It is a tropical tank. But I drilled it out and turned it into a marine tank. Now, it is a bodge job, there's no doubt about that. As you can tell, it's kind of been thrown together. It's a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for, a bit of a work in progress. It's kind of evolved, an evolution, that's the word I'm looking for, more of an evolution into the state that it's in now. And well, it's crap, really. As a tank, I mean, it's fairly stable. The levels are pretty good, but in terms of just the look and its function, it's just not up to the job. So, as the title of the video suggests, I've ordered a Red Sea Reefer 250, which is due towards the end of this month, being April 2016. I was hoping to have had it already, but unfortunately it's just not due till the end of the month, so that's the way it is. But it'll give me a good chance to get things prepared. I need to get plug sockets sorted out. I need to get ready for the move. The fish themselves are going to go into the old the old Aqua 1 tank, which is just going to be temporary. There's going to be new sand in this. There's going to be extra live rock going in, but all the livestock is going to come over with it. At the moment, the stock in here is the 2 perks. We have, everything's gone in bloody hidden now, isn't it? Typical fashion. We've got the usual skunk cleaner up there. There's about 3 hermit crabs, varying degrees in size, from still quite small to behemoth. There's a goldspot goby in there, which is why there's so many bloody particles in the water. And there is a pajama wrasse, whom you can just see floating around there. Coral wise, there's a couple of leathers, there's a small zoophrag there, some mushrooms. The nem's fairly recent, that's not been in there too long, and a whole shed load of pulsing bloody Xenia who will not stop growing. So I've been trying to frag that off. I've been selling a few bits to Oasis in Manchester in return for credit notes, and that's going to help stock the tank when it comes. And some GSP as well. So that's just having a bit of a sulk at the moment because I've just done a small water change. Numerous bristleworms, and last count about 2.5 million Astaria starfish, which hopefully will be thinned down quite a bit when the tank moves. The tank itself, in terms of hardware, obviously you've got, it's the Fluval Roman 90. It's just a clear perspex lid that was roughly cut to size, and as you can see by these corners, he's not up to the job. The Mars Aqua light was off eBay, not your branded light by any stretch of the imagination, but pretty good light actually. I'm still very impressed with the qualities of it. Just turn those down a little bit so you can get an idea of the full spectrum of it without it blinding you. Certainly does its job. The fans aren't too obtrusive in noise. It's all hanging off a bloody an £8 coat hanger of some sort, which we got off got from Argos. That was the wife's bright idea, which actually worked very well, considering at the time that she didn't want a hole drilling in the ceiling. But obviously it looks shonky, really, doesn't it? Let's face it. So that's going to go in the trash, and she's going to have to put up with a light on the ceiling. Another thing that really concerns me is just the two power cables. Really, I can do with replacing them with right angle connectors there, so just be a little bit tidier. The tank sits on a stand that we got from Argos, and because it turns into a shelf, it gets covered with all sorts of crap. Really, so from fish food to the little containers that are used for the live food and the frozen food, when you separating that from the water. Usual things, obviously it's crap. Underneath here we've got a sump that is too big. So underneath here we have a sump that is too big, certainly for the tank. I say too big, it's oversized really for what's required, but this is where sort of learning on your feet really didn't pay off too well. Excuse me while I just get comfortable. Just move the light down a bit. The sump's good. This was bespoke. It was made by a guy over in Darwin called Craig Clementson. He did a very good job of it at a very good price. But it is kind of oversized, and then you go and put something like a Kent Marine nano skimmer in there, which obviously isn't up to the job. I mean, it does skim, it does pull stuff out, but no, not at all. I run filter socks, but only really after I've done a water change. Oh look, Listeria, fancy that. Got something of a makeshift refugium in there, which kind of works. The Cheetah works, but doesn't work well enough, probably because the light isn't up to scratch. Return section and an auto top off, and again the cupboard is rammed with all the other stuff that you pick up along the way. be that refractometers, backup salinity meter, 101 tests, and all the sort of stuff you kind of pick up for a reef, really. I mean, a lot of it's handy, a lot of it I keep, but the intention really is to start anew, really, even though the tank and its denizens are going to be transferred over. It is kind of a new start, and I'm going to be hopefully using reef foundation with a dosing pump, which is yet to arrive, so that I can properly manage the levels and properly manage what actually goes on in the tank. Let's turn these lights off. So yeah, there we go. That's the tank. I mean, it's okay. It gets by. I mean, there's tons of stuff, and the wife and I like to sit here watching, but no, it's time to go. Get working properly. take it a little bit, probably a little bit more serious than I have done up until this point. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to join me on getting this shifted over, and the results will be better, I hope. But as I say, I am still an amateur, I am still learning. I have the fish's best interest, the livestock's best interest at heart, so I want to make sure I do it right. If anybody has any advice, if anybody has any hints, tips, or if I'm doing something glaringly wrong and you want to have a mention of it, by all means do so. I take all constructive criticism as it comes. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully the next time you see a video from me, it will be me unboxing a brand new Red Sea Reefer. Thank you very much.